Boom shakalaka, there is a lot of evidence that 2022 is going to be a very good year. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to 100x your portfolio with the third leg of the bull run in 2022. You definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're going to be talking about how to 100x your portfolio in 2022. There's a lot of evidence that the bull run, the third final parabolic leg, is getting ready to begin. And we're going to take a look at how to maximize your gains. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love, where every week we give away one of these sweet shirts. Also, today's episode is sponsored by Galeon, so stay tuned till the end for a sponsored interview. Now, if we take a look at Bitcoin on a very long time scale, actually on a monthly time frame, we can see that Bitcoin has been repeating a pattern that we may have to break for Bitcoin price to actually go up to this third parabolic leg. As you can see here, these yellow and green lines are all bullish trends from January. So we have bullish, 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 and then we have bearish, bullish, bullish, bullish to bearish, bullish, bullish, bullish to bearish. Now we are right at January right now, so that would suggest, based on history, that this would be a bearish January, dropping about 3x. But here's the but. All the on-chain data that we have, all the data, taking a look at all the buying patterns that are going on with Bitcoin right now, there is very little evidence to suggest that it's going to repeat this pattern. As a matter of fact, there's much more evidence that the price is likely to go up dramatically because people have been buying Bitcoin in droves. They've been buying a lot of Bitcoin. I'm going to show you the charts in a second. However, they're buying it over the counter, so we don't see that reflected in price. That is just reflected in scarcity. Now, if we take a look at Bitcoin average monthly returns, historically, January, not a great month, not a terrible month, but not a great month. Oftentimes we see drops in January due to Chinese New Year, or sometimes people selling off based on taxes, different things like that. So sometimes the price can come down a little bit in January. But if we take a look on even a grander scale right now, Bitcoin has already passed 90% total supply mined. Guess what? The last 10% takes 112 years to mine. So most of the Bitcoin is already out there in the world. And as we can see right now, about 100,000 Bitcoin every month are becoming illiquid. That means people are taking them off of exchanges, putting them into cold storage wallets that haven't been moved for a very long time. They're sent to addresses with little history of spending, generally associated with investor accumulation and bull market buyers. So guess what? These investors believe that the price will likely continue to go up at a rate of 100,000 Bitcoin per month. Not only that, but we have these big ETFs. Guess what? Ever since the price of Bitcoin has been coming down back here since November, guess what? They've been buying up a lot. As a matter of fact, they increased their holdings by over 25%, buying over 6,300 Bitcoin since the top there, and you can see how dramatic their buying has become, making Bitcoin supply ever so smaller. But you have to remember, they're not buying on exchanges where we buy. They're buying over the counter. This does not affect price. And because of that, this is not something that we're going to see for a while, unless we look at on-chain data. Stuff like this. 2022 is going to be a very good year. If we take a look at Bitcoin long-term holder supply shock, we can see the supply shock is about as high as it ever gets, even though the price, this was back when the price was, right around $60,000. So it's come down even more than there. And as we see more people accumulating, it's probably higher. This is similar to when Bitcoin was $8,000 to $10,000 before it went up to $60,000, or when it was $3,000 before it went up to $15,000. Or when it was way back here, I don't know where that was, a few hundred before it went up to $20,000. So this all is looking very, very good for Bitcoin. And William Clemente is saying, hey, the last time he called for a Bitcoin short squeeze was July 23rd, the day before they squeezed. Well, he says, we're not currently there yet, but the setup is becoming more likely. So it's likely there's going to be another short squeeze, which is going to propel Bitcoin's price even higher. Because even though not all Bitcoin patterns will be repeated like this one, this pattern here does seem to be repeating itself, where we have a cycle top, a pre-breakout pullback, a local top, first half higher than high, and halving front run. So it happened back here with the first halving, happened here with the second halving. Looks like it's happening with the third halving. We're right at the pre-breakout pullback, and Bitcoin price can only pull back so far until over-the-counter and exchange trading prices tend to match up, and that's usually when the price shoots up because a bunch of people get liquidated because they're shorting and they have to cover their shorts. So that could send Bitcoin to the $100,000 to $300,000 area, but that doesn't answer everything because Bitcoin moves too slow for a lot of people, and I understand a lot of people want to be millionaires yesterday, so I get it. Well, we're going to talk about how to actually do that, because whatever happens for Bitcoin happens for the rest of the market. It happens more dramatically for the rest of the market. So during bullish Bitcoin phases, altcoins can go up a lot higher. And then during bearish Bitcoin phases, altcoins can go down a lot lower, like 90 to 99 to 100% drops in altcoins. So I'm going to share a few strategies that could make you a lot of money in the bullish phase, but you better sell your altcoins when they pop, because if not, they're going down to zero, most likely. So that being said, there is a simple strategy for doing this. You could just take a look for Crypto Love 100X, and you can see these videos I made where we pick out altcoin gems, usually at a discount, so that if they do pop, well, the price could go up dramatically. You put 1% of your portfolio in there, set it, forget it. If it goes up 100% or 100X, you double your portfolio. This has already picked out a lot of winners, like Audius, like Gala, like Helium, like Illuvium. All of these, pick them out when they were way cheaper than they are now. And there's a lot of other coins in there too worth taking out. But another important thing to think about is asset allocation. Now, this is something that's going to vary from person to person. If you're younger, if you're open to losing, maybe going to zero, then you may want to have your speculative portion larger. If you want more stability, then you may want to have your large cap portion higher, because this would probably be like an average portfolio for average people. 25% goes to large caps or coins in the top 10, 50% goes to medium caps or coins in the top 200, and then 25% is speculative. Now, like I said, you can alter this a little bit, but with the bull run coming, large caps, we can expect a 3 to 10x safely. Medium caps, probably a 50-50 shot for up to, I don't know, 20 to 50x for some of them. Speculative, well, there's 100x plus opportunity, but you have like a 1% chance of it. So you kind of have to figure out what you want for your portfolio. But another strategy we can use is look back and see what's been popular this past year, because sometimes history does repeat itself. So if we do that, we take a look over the past year, we can see some of the biggest categories, things like meme coins, things like gaming, things like metaverse, things like smart contract platforms. So if we take a look at them, well, some of the best meme coins, and this is using token metrics, something that I use all the time to help find hidden gems, because you can find the top rated coins based on the TM grade, which uses artificial intelligence and machine learning, over 80 categories to pick out the top coins out there. And you can also select certain categories that they're in. So if you take a look at meme coins, ones right now that are trending on a monthly scale would be things like Dogelon Mars and Yushi and Flocky Inu and Dogecoin, Baby Dogecoin, and Samoyed Coin. So certainly ones to take a look at there in the meme category. And now might be a smart time to start putting some money in them, because it looks like Bitcoin's starting to tick up, and as Bitcoin continues to tick up, altcoins will tick up a lot higher. Not only that, but we have gaming. So in the gaming category, we have things like Deepcoin and Sandbox and Ultra and Zoo, Gala, Phantasma, IQ Eon, Waves, Dux. Those are some of the best coins there. And in the metaverse category, we have Neo's Credits and GridZone, Sandbox, OVR, Render Token, Phantasma, Decentraland, Senso. And lastly, in the smart contract platform, we have coins like Terra, Polygon, Dusk Network, Stake, DeFi Chain, Nulls, Avalanche, Near. So that's one strategy for how to do it if you just want to buy blindly based on coins that have done well previously, because sometimes history does repeat. But another strategy that can work very well is actually using the trend as your friend. And how you do this is every day you can go over to CoinGecko and you can click on categories here. And you can take a look at the top performing categories based on the past 1 hour, 24 hours, and 7 days. So you can order them let's say 24 hours if you want to trade every single day. I would just say when you do this, take a look at the chart here, because when there is a big spike like that, it's usually just because they added a new coin to that category. It's not necessarily that that category went up that high. But once you know which coins are the top categories for that day, you can then go back to token metrics, and on the daily time frame, you could select out of over dozens, maybe even hundreds of categories they have here, which categories seem to be going up, and you could find out the best coins in that category to go purchase, and you could ride that trend. So guys, if you haven't checked out Token Metrics, there is a discounted link down in the description and the pinned comment. And thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And now stay tuned for the sponsored interview with Galeon Care. What's up, everybody? I am joined today by Dr. Loic Bretons of Galeon Care. How's it going?
Yeah, fine. Bonjour, Randall. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, great to see you. And so today we are learning a little bit about Galeon Care. So can you tell us kind of the elevator pitch? What is Galeon Care?
Yeah, Galeon Care is a healthcare company. We are doing software for hospital since 5 years. And now we are moving the project to the blockchain. So we are connecting the healthcare environment to the blockchain, mostly on the use case of the cryptocurrency and like sharing the proceeds of the valuation of the data with the agreement of the patients. So yeah, that's what we bring right now, is like the healthcare ecosystem on the blockchain.
Okay. And so how does this change the way the system has been done before?
Yeah, like before, the patient never had any chance to give their approval or decision of what's going to be, what people are going to do with their data. So in our case, we bring this governance from the community governance, like the token holders and the patients. So we're going to monetize the data with the agreement of the patient and the hospitals for the research, for medical research. And the proceeds of this monetization, the patient and the community will be able to decide what kind of things will be founded by the decentralized organization.
That's a pretty interesting model. Can you go into that a little bit more, how the monetization works?
Yeah, basically you have some big laboratory who need to have access to high quality data to create new medicine or to make some study, or especially to create some algorithm of artificial intelligence in healthcare. And those data are hosted by the hospitals, but usually they're not in a good way. Usually they are like unstructured data, so it's quite complicated to use it as it is. And right now we produce the tools for the hospitals to create this structured data. And all those people who need for make innovation, they will contract with the hospitals to get access to this data. And half of it will go to the hospitals, and the other half will go to the to the DAO, so the decentralized autonomous organization. And this one will be handled by the patient and the token holders in the way to found some non-profit research for the community.
Very interesting. So how far along are you in development with the project?
Yeah, we are quite far. Like the difference with most of crypto projects, we are a healthcare company that works for 5 years. So we already works with hospitals. Our software is already deployed in 3 hospitals in France. And we're going to deploy in 10 more next year. And they're already using, there is, I think, 86,000 patient files already in the system, and hundreds of caregivers who are using it. So we are not coming from nothing. And and now we are connecting all this environment to the blockchain. And something is interesting, most of the use case you see on crypto are not so much related to the real world, I would say. It's more connected to like DeFi and things like that. It's really important, but now we bring some real use case like the healthcare environment to the blockchain.
Yeah, that's really important because you already have a working model, and it's just connecting it to the blockchain so that it can benefit everybody a lot easier.
Yeah.
So how can people get involved with Galeon Care?
Oh yeah, so currently we are running our initial coin offering, our ICO. It's going really well. We already around, I think we are close to the 5 million raised, and it's a really community-based ICO. We have no private VC. It's only people who want to support the projects. We see a lot of caregivers, a lot of people who are a bit concerned about healthcare. So that's really, really great. And so right now we are running the ICO on the blockchain.galeon.care until the 9th of January.
Yeah, so people who are interested need to get involved pretty soon. Where can they go to find out more information about Galleon Care?
Yeah, so we have the website with the white paper and the light paper that have very deep information about our project, how the tokenomics, how we're gonna do the roadmap. And there is a lot of information now running on internet, on YouTube. A lot of influencers are talking about Galeon in different language. We have some in French, but some in English too, some in Spanish. So we are reaching multiple community. So if you want to find some information about Galeon, YouTube is great. And yeah, and the light paper is you have more deep information.
Very good. So I'm curious, what's your favorite part about Galleon Care?
So the favorite part, like the most important for us, is to be able to help the doctors to create high quality data, what we call structured data, because this is the core of all innovation in healthcare, like all artificial intelligence innovation, the research. And that's what we are helping every day, the doctors, to make this high quality data and to share information among hospitals. Like we create a hospital network. So it's a very interesting part, like because the more they share those data, the high quality of the patient is treated. And so yeah, that's really, really funny and really interesting. And what I see is like bring the community on board with the blockchain is really important for us. We have this way of working with community. Even the Galeon company has not been founded by any VC. So it's really important for us to work with the community.
That's great. So anything else that you'd like to know that you'd like people to know about on this interview?
Yeah, I think usually on crypto you see a lot of DeFi, like metaverse and kind of things. We are very different, basically. It's like in this environment there is no company like us. So sometimes it can be a bit scary, but it's really interesting. We are at the edge of the healthcare and blockchain. So if you want to jump on board on some company like that that is really innovative and going to lead the innovation in this area, join us.
Awesome. Well, that's great advice. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll put links down to your website and also your socials down in the pinned comment. But best of luck with the project, and we'll see you later.
Yeah, thank you very much, Randall.